Hi everyone, it's Barbara Calvano and I am on Blogtalk Radio right now starting at 4. I'm going to be doing my show, Let's Ask the Angels. If you want to listen to the whole thing, there's a link in my bio. You can connect there. And I do free readings at the half hour. So you can also call in at 424-675-6837. And you can get a free reading if you call in. So I'm going to be broadcasting the first half hour here. I won't be interacting because I'm going to be doing the reading. So if I see you there, thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to be, doing this live while I do my radio show. Oh, the replays are at Blog Talk Radio, Audible, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and Google Play. So that's Let's Ask the Angels. Hope you can join in. Again, I'm live on Blog Talk Radio starting in 20 seconds and then here live on Instagram just for the first half hour. After that, I take calls on my radio show. Hello everyone, it's Barbara Calvano and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels on Blog Talk Radio. It's my privilege to be here today and I will be giving readings at the half hour. Thank you all who have called in and I can see you on my board. And I'm live on Instagram just for the first half hour as I give the weekly reading. Again, I'm Barbara Calvano and I am an angel intuitive and also a life coach. You can find out more about me at my website, which is bcalvanocoaching.com. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I really enjoy it. And my main thing is to help people connect with their angels, regardless of their background, their religious, a journey, whatever it is. I help people connect with their divine connection. So I do that through coaching, my oracle card readings, and my sessions. Now, if you join me at my free angel circle, the next one is June 24th. It's the full moon on a Thursday. It starts at 7 p.m. ET, and that's 4 p.m. Pacific. And you must register to participate. And at my full moon circles, angel circles, I give specials on my sessions. So right now I have a fixed fee for my 90-minute session, but then I also have special discounted sessions that I share about at my angel circle. And also you get to participate in a powerful long healing meditation, and we do channeled readings for the group and any special cards, messages that want to come through for all the people who are there. And you get to submit a question if you would like. You get to participate. So all of that is at my website, bcalvano coaching. It's free. All right, my friends. So hope you're well. I'm broadcasting from New York City. It has been a sweltering 3 days in the 90s. So I don't know where you are, but here when I broadcast my show, I have to turn off the air conditioning and fans, so it gets a little warm, but I'm here. And again, I hope you're doing well. We've gone through so much in 2020, and now we're halfway through the year already. Look how fast it's gone, right? And the main things the angels want to continue to help you do is to be present, to be conscious, to be aware. And by doing so, you can make the best choices. And when we connect with angel energy, angel frequency, we are at our highest level. What do I mean by our highest level? We're not in a lower energy of chaos, anxiety, and fear. And doesn't mean we have to fix all of that first before we connect with angel energy. It means that by focusing on an angelic frequency, we can almost recalibrate ourselves. So all those things that we have to deal with, we can do so with more energy, more forthrightness, more honesty. And what I say is that we can be more out of denial, we can be more authentic, and therefore really navigate our lives. And I think that's the number one thing. You know, there are so many choices that we have today, and it can get confusing because of social media, the internet. Information is everywhere. And, you know, it's not necessarily about getting rid of computers, as someone had said today, to solve the problem. But we could take a break from social media. But there is something about overwhelm of information. So how do we know the truth, right? What's the truth? I'm going to assert each and every one of us has our own truth. Each and every one of us has a way of seeing in the world, a perspective unique to you and me. And it's not about me and them and, you know, whatever. It's not about being against something. It really is about how can we empower ourselves for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of you and me. And when we think that way, it sounds kind of positive, the angels give us ideas. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, whether it's your career, relationships, and health right now, or even your spiritual pursuits, know that the angels are with you. They're there, actually leaving messages, and it's only a matter of us, yes, keeping our frequency high, naturally. Keeping our frequency at a higher level so we can be above the anger and the upsets. Now, I'm not saying not to get angry at things that are happening in the world. We absolutely want to tell the truth about things that are working and things that are not working. I mean, I've shared before on my show, like 2 weeks ago, I got confronted by 6 teenagers in my local park while I was taking a walk. I got confronted, they threatened me. And so that's a situation that I would like to handle. And so there are things that I can do and things I can talk about to my local politicians and police. So was I angry? You better believe it. I was not going to be stopped that I can't do my walk in my neighborhood because of these teens. And for whatever reason, they're riled up to do what they want to do. And I also shared I'm Asian American, so there was a little, proclivity about attacking me. But you better believe I used my angels and my dragons to get right back there in the park the next day. That wasn't going to hold me back. And that's one of the things when we work with the angels. You kind of can bypass therapy, because therapy, which is really important for many of our issues, but it can give us, like I call the easy pass. It can give us like a velocity through all the stuff that we need to deal with. And all of us have baggage, and all of us have stuff that in some way or another we're trying to get through life with our issues, right? And here we have social media, we have everything on the internet now talking about so many ways of dealing with it. So I just share that about myself because, it's not about not being angry. You can be totally passionate, but you want to see if it's running your life. Because at the end of the day, if we can't put our head on the pillow and have some sense of relief and go to sleep where our bodies can restore, rejuvenate, and receive downloads and messages from our angels and guides, then we're kind of missing the boat. We're just going to be walking stressed out. And many of us may be doing that right now. I know I did that a lot in my 20s and 30s. And I share about my age now because I consider myself an elder. I share my wisdom of my life and my experience and hope that it can shed light. It may not be an answer for you, but it may be a glimmer of hope that these things can be healed and you can be empowered and still have a full life. You don't have to stop your life. And I did that a lot in my 20s and 30s, waiting to get things perfect before I did the next thing. So I see all the callers on my board. Thank you so much for being there. I hope I can get to all of you. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the readings for the week. Now the topic that's described here is transmutation. Now I talk about transformation a lot, but what is transmutation? It's very similar to transformation. And transformation, let's go to transformation first. Say you have something in your life you want to change. It's not just about, moving it from one shape to another, or it's about transformation is that you take a way of looking at something and it transforms so that it even is no longer that thing that you were looking at. So let's give us an example. Say you were dating and you have a fear of dating or trusting, whether it's men or women, all right? And a lot of that is based on your past. So the angels can help us with transformation and transmutation because it's very similar. So instead of just saying, well, now I identify that I have a trust issue because I had something that happened in the past, childhood or past relationships. And now I can look at it differently. I accept that I have a fear and trust issue. Transformation and transmutation is more that not only do you have a new way of looking at this problem, but it no longer occurs to you as a problem. It's like, hell yeah, I got an opportunity. I'm ready. I'm free. I'm available. Now what? Okay, yeah, I had this problem and I might pop up every now and then, but mostly I'm free and I'm ready. And angels, help me with this. You do your prayer, they hear you, you look for messages that they start dropping around you. And it could very well be, go to this place, go to this dance, go to this gathering, answer that email with that person. Try this, try that. Don't do this, don't do that. It's so many messages. But what's the main thing that we see? Action. You're in action. So you no longer are like halting and waiting and calculating because of this issue. And this could be not just relationships, it could be about changing your job or changing how you take care of yourself. It could be like, hell yeah, I'm alive. I'm gonna handle this weight issue. Hey, I can exercise, I can start, I can get a buddy, I can get a coach, I can take this on. So you notice what the transformation is. It's transmuting what used to be an obstacle, a heaviness, problem, and turning it into an opportunity, like a real opportunity that excites you because the angels are already giving you ideas of what you could possibly do. What if this could be easier than I'm making it? What if this could be so much easier? What if I have everything I need? And oftentimes when we're into the old way of looking at it, I know I got a problem, versus I got this problem, this is what I do, what would be the opportunity? And it's even like admitting that you have a real anger issue. I had someone mention recently, oh no, I'm not aggressive. I'm looking at, hello lady, I think you don't realize you've got a really major anger streak that you decorate as if everything is all right. But when we can admit that we do this thing and admit it, okay? It's like, okay, I got that shirt and that's the shirt I wear, and when I wear that shirt, I act this way. But the other thing is when we have this, yeah, I do that. Yes, I let myself be stopped. And what an opportunity. And I'm going to share with this. I don't often share my dreams, but the angel said, go ahead and share this dream. I had a dream last night that there was a huge swimming pool. And I used to swim a lot. I was a lifeguard. I used to teach little kids how to swim in high school and first year of college. And I'm looking at the swimming pool in my dream, and I'm going, how come I'm not going in? I really want to jump in and go swimming. And my analytical mind started saying, has the water been tested for chlorine? Is the pH okay? I don't see anybody else in it. And you can see the analyzing, all right? Some of you may not do that, but I do that. And I think some of you may do that too. We analyze. We see the opportunity, but we just automatically start listing all the ways of like questioning it. Wherein the universe has given us this huge swimming pool for us to like jump in. So once I realized that other people were jumping in, then my mind kept going even more. Well, what bathing suit do I have? And my mind went right on into like Google searches. Amazing. I saw this bathing suit. No, not this one, not that one. Can you see how the mind works? So we're given opportunities. They very well can be right in front of you. An opportunity, but we start judging and criticizing, and we stop ourselves. We just stop. The opportunity to live a joyous, full life is right now, even in your most dire circumstances, because I have been in very, very difficult circumstances in my life. And it was only, I have to say, sometimes we do have to reach what they call rock bottom, when you are so down that you look up. That you are so down. And you know, you guys, that is an amazing opportunity, because so many people will go through life not admitting how freaking miserable they are. They will tie a bow around it, and they will go through decade after decade of their lives not telling the truth that they are freaking miserable, looking a certain way and everything, and their house is in perfect order, but in all honesty, they are freaking miserable. So the opportunity is when you hit bottom and you let yourself feel, and the angels help us feel, is that we can look up. And when we look up, hopefully we say these words, help me. Whoever is out there, help me. And usually it's an angel, your angel, guardian angels, and they're there, and they begin pulling you into the next level of your life. So I often talk about that. I mean, last night I was watching the Kennedy Center Awards, where they honor artists and musicians, because I'm also an actor and painter. And they celebrated Midori, the violinist. And I quickly just Googled to see how old she was. And there also, she has been and is one of the most famous violinists. She was like famous at 7 years old, making her debut, like really young. And the pressure for her to continue that was huge. So she, at some points in her life, suffered from anorexia. And she had to hospitalize herself and get psychiatric care. But it's open and public for people to see and read that she's not perfect. And that mental illness and food and eating disorders are real for men and women. But so many people don't talk about them. They don't talk about addictions. They don't talk about mental illness and eating disorders and whatnot, because there's such a rush to look perfect, to appear that everything's all right. And there's also a fear that if we feel too much, something's going to happen. We're going to stay that way forever. So the reading for the week is transmutation. So are you ready for transmutation in your life? Would you like that one problem that you've been dealing with for not just a month or two, I'm going to say some of you for years? What if you had transmutation? Meaning it just changed, it shifted. It no longer was an obstacle, but an opportunity. Not easy, but it first comes from the willingness to have that be. So the very first card we have is spiritual connections. I've been talking about that a lot. We have a spiritual connection. That's what this card is saying. We have it. It's right there. It exists. We don't have to run and look for it. It exists because it's part of who we are. We bring you the blessing of spiritual connection. There are times on your life path when you will feel alone. If you are working on an issue or going through a challenging time and don't feel particularly supported, or that others understand, even though they might love you, then there's a sense of loneliness may increase for a time. Or perhaps you wonder if you are as spiritually connected as you could be. Perhaps you've been asking for confirmation of your divine connection. One of the things about this card is that it says that many people have been afraid of their spiritual connection. I know there was a time I wasn't. I didn't really understand it. Why would I be afraid to go deep? Why would I be afraid? A lot of it is ancestry. What has happened in past lives where we were very spiritual. In the world, we were public about our spirituality. And for many of us women, we got punished for it. So there is that can haunt us. But what's available right now in the world is to go deep, connect powerfully, connect to your intuition. And I say that so that it brings you joy. Because from joy, my friends, comes abundance. Abundance. So you could look at your lives right now and say, but there's not a lot of stuff I can be joyful about right now. Well, so just say these words. I attract abundance into my life. I attract abundance in my life. Take on the notion that what would happen if I could find some joy, even with all the things that are not working so well in my life. So this card talks about there's a powerful spiritual connection for you. Work with the crystal amethyst. If you don't have one, get one. It doesn't have to be big. And the Ascended Master Saint Germain, who has the violet flame, which I'm going to talk about a little further in a moment. And then the next card is Nourishment. Nourishment. So many of us need to address nourishment, and I was talking about that. Why would we have a society, a country, I'm in the United States right now, with so many eating disorders, right? There's an abundance of food. So it's not about the food. It's about being nourished. It's about not being afraid of food, not being afraid to allow that nourishment into our bodies. And so this is huge. The carnelian stone will help you with this. So we bring you the gift of nourishment. If you need support on eating well, taking care of yourself, which millions of people do because it's a billion-dollar industry, know that nourishment, you're being supported this week and allowing transmutation so that this issue could be turned into an opportunity. Like it's not a burden, it's not something that defines you, but it's your door that you get to open and say, yes, this has been a problem most of my life, but I am ready to let it go, let God, let the angels support me with this. Choice is part of your spiritual freedom. So in being nourished, the first card said that you're really powerfully connected spiritually. That's part of ourselves being nourished. Because that part of us wants to be filled is not even about food. It's not about food. And those of you who had an addiction to alcohol or drugs, it's not even about those substances. There's something within us that wants to be filled by something. And when we find out that we're already filled with it, we're already at home, we're already filled with the riches of spirit within us. Now, this may not happen overnight, but if you are ready to have this transmuted, you can have that, I'm going to call it a spiritual awakening, where you get, holy mackerel, what I've been looking for. What I've been looking for my whole life is right here, right here. There's nothing to do, nothing to change, just be. That's part of nourishment. That different choice is to notice what is being offered to you on a plate or a news story, for example, and respond with compassion rather than reaction. That's the other thing. Are we nourishing ourselves with the media? And there's a lot of the media that is helpful, and there's a lot of media that is not. There's a lot on social media that is helpful, and there's a lot of social media that is not. Social media and the internet lets everybody be an expert. So just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. And everything I say may not be true for you, but if you can wear it and take it on, try it on, and something resonates, great. If not, keep looking. But know that there's not one truth. It's about when you connect to a truth and it, like electricity, awakes you so that you are inspired. You feel in love with not only yourself, but with humanity. Because I see a lot of people who are on the internet sure in love with themselves, but they don't say nothing about their fellow man. They don't say anything about them. So your health is based on love, not domination, shame, or control. It increases joy and doesn't make you miserable or ashamed. Feeling nourished in body and mind gives you a sense of inner security and support that can help you take the steps you need to live up to your amazing potential. I cannot say enough about this. This is one of the things that took me many years to learn. I'm in my 60s, and in my 20s and 30s, I didn't understand how do you eat so that it's fuel, because everything was about what do I eat so I look a certain way. It had nothing to do with, is it fueling my brain? Is it helping my organs in my body? And one of the things I learned, if you take a high grade, high quality vitamin antioxidant supplement, which I take every day through doTERRA, I take these great supplements, that helps. It just helps. Those micronutrients that can help your freaking brain and the rest of your body, your digestion, your assimilation. So it's a whole nother topic, but if you get your health right, put it first above your work and see what happens. Almost all my friends who are tarot readers, angel readers, 98% of them do not put their health first. And it shows. And it hits the fan every once in a while. So put your health first. You will get energy. You will attract energy. Energy is abundance. Abundance is finances and opportunities and inspirations. Put your health first. If you've been putting it second and you've been looking for a job and you've been worrying about money, stop and take a look. What can you do for your health today? And you put that first, and you lovingly take care of yourself with this message of nourishment, you will be nourished from the universe. I promise you. And then the last card here is descending power. So descending power with Lao Tzu. Now what do we have here? Well, without me having to really read much, the main thing is this. So many of us in the spiritual community have done so much to open up our crown chakra. We've been doing that for years. We open up, we concentrate and focus on all these different celestial beings, ascended masters, some of us unicorns and fairies or whatnot. Anything that's just outer worldly almost. Star seeds, all this star beings. But what we're not doing is grounding. So the nourishment, eating properly, exercising, making our lower body strong. Are you walking, jogging, cycling? Really taking care of your root chakra, your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet. Yeah, what supports us? What supports us while we try to do all those things? All those things is our body. We ignore it. We put it last. So here it's talking about if you allow the energy to come down from above but go all the way down, descending power. Instead of constantly saying, I need to ascend, I need to get higher and higher and higher. Most of us are already connected. That was the first card. What we need to do is ground ourselves. So you ground yourself with exercise by breathing, walking barefoot in the grass, in the sand, in the water. We ground ourselves. We connect to the earth. We walk in nature. We observe nature. We plant vegetables and flowers. You get the picture? We're really connecting to the earth. And the more you do that, all these other things are going to come together. And especially if you're looking to, most people who call in, they're ready to make a change in their life. They want to up level. And it's always the same things. It is finances, it is relationships, it is health. But these are basic ideas and information that if we do, one, know that you are spiritually connected. You can work on that. You can strengthen that. Nourishment. Take care of yourself. And if you have difficulty, get help. There are so many free programs out there in the world. The 12-step programs handle. Overeating Anonymous handles disorders, and even the addictions with the 12-step program, AA, NA. So helpful. But the main thing is to get help. And if I can give you a secret, millions of people are getting help. Millions. So if you're suffering silently or you're embarrassed about it, you don't have to be, because many people have gotten help And if you see them with their careers, especially if they're celebrities, like all of a sudden they're out and they're like even better than before, it's because they got help. They admitted they have issues and problems, and it's not a big deal. Oh, so the other last card quickly is Archangel Zadkiel. We got a fourth card. It is time for transmutation. Carry the violet flame, and we will do a long violet flame healing meditation in my angel circle. I'll be posting the one from the last angel circle on my YouTube channel. I have many videos on that also. And the violet flame. All we have to do is call on the violet flame. Think about a violet purplish energy all around you. You can surround yourself with it, surround your loved ones with it, and it instantly is the cleansing tool. Instant. Now, I do it a lot, so actually when I visualize it, it happens immediately. So it may take some practice, but the violet flame, if it calls to you, you may want to Google it and learn more about it, but it is readily available on the planet right now, and it is very, very powerful. It's as easy as I just described it. So I'm going to go now and go back only to the Blog Talk Radio show. Thank you for being with me on Instagram Live, and I'm going to be taking your calls for some mini readings. Again, my free angel circle is June 24th, 7 p.m. It's a Zoom event. You must register to participate, and I will be doing a long healing meditation, channeled messages for the group. You can email me your questions that I might use for the circle also, and there'll be special angel cards for the group. And I do share special discounted sessions in that angel circle. So have a beautiful day. Instagram. I'm now going to go to Blog Talk Radio.